We are not in the pursuit of perfection. We're in the pursuit of joy, says Meghan Markle, as she is going through another failed rebrand of her lifestyle brand, As Ever. This is the new name. It used to be American Riviera Orchard, and she just announced that she's going back on that name because she just didn't feel like it fit the energy of what she was going for. It's supposed to launch in tandem with her Netflix series With Love, Meghan. And last year, when she launched American Riviera, all we knew about it is that it has something to do with kitchenware, jam. She's just trying to be Martha Stewart, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing she ended up doing with the brand in the course of a year is sending jars of jam to her celebrity friends. That is the only thing she ever accomplished with it the entire year.
Right on brand for her.
And she was also denied for a trademark to use the name American Riviera Orchard. Her legal team failed to inform her that you cannot just name a brand after an actual location in the country, which already has a name. So this was through a long-standing trademark battle. Basically, they had issues with regulating the name because it's already describing the place where Meghan and Harry live in Santa Barbara. And the addition of the word orchard didn't make a difference in the dispute. And now she has to use As Ever. And that's kind of her whole thing now. With love, Meghan, as ever, yours truly, sincerely.
She should bring back the phrase "as if" from when I was.
Yeah.
As if.
Add a little bit of cheek to your brand. So she posted a video on Instagram that was choreographed to seem totally off the cuff and spontaneous, with Harry filming it behind the camera. Let's take a look at this cringe fest.
Millennials and Gen Xers will never be able to manufacture the authenticity that Gen Z is able to manufacture without even thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And I'm not saying that Gen Z is more authentic. I'm saying they're better at faking it.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Oh my God, is this on? Millennial pause.
I'm shocked we've kept this a secret for so long. In 2 weeks, my show is coming out, which I'm so excited for. And also my business, which I think there's been a lot of curiosity about. Last year, I had thought, what, American Riviera, that sounds like such a great name. It's my neighborhood. It's a nickname for Santa Barbara. But it limited me to things that were just manufactured and grown in this area. Then Netflix came on, not just as my partner in the show, but as my partner in my business, which was huge. So I thought about it. And I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022. And this is the moment. And it's called As Ever. As Ever essentially means as it's always been. And if you followed me since 2014 with the TIG, I've always loved cooking and crafting and gardening. This is what I do. And I haven't been able to share it with you in the same way for the past few years, but now I can. So as things are starting to trickle out there, I wanted you to hear it from me first. Of course, there will be fruit preserves. I think we're all clear at this point that jam is my jam. But there's so many more products that I just love that I use in my home. And now it's time to share it with you. So I can't wait for you to see it. Thanks, guys.
I think we're all clear that jam is her jam.
That was about the most authentic sounding part. 13 cuts in a minute and 13 seconds. Not too bad.
That's okay.
It's not too bad.
I'm sure there are less in the Netflix show. But the only thing that exists in the As Ever brand currently on Instagram is a photo of what looks to be Meghan drizzling honey on a croissant on a table that also has some of her As Ever jam sitting on it very gracefully. And
I feel
that's it. I don't know what she's doing.
You know what it is one of the hallmarks that I've seen from people who are very successful in the social media space, not necessarily traditional Hollywood, but the social media space, is they have more than one interest. They have whatever their main platform is, but they like other stuff too. And your whole identity doesn't become just whatever it is you do for work. You have something else about you.
It's like Henry Cavill being a gamer.
Yeah. She doesn't really seem to have anything like to really use as a launch point. And what she does have is such a crowded market that she'd have been better off with like makeup.
Oh, for sure. I never even thought about that. But
Like
you're right.
her lifestyle stuff, it's just like you have to like live, eat, and breathe it, and you have to fit the vibe.
Yeah.
It almost seems like she's trying to dress the vibe.
She could have done like furniture or like
Yeah.
home decor, you know?
I feel for her. She's like, look, I don't have anything. Like, I wonder if she just maybe feels like she doesn't have anything that's super interesting about her that would be marketable, but she doesn't really need that. Like, her personality alone means that whatever she does, people will probably tune in some way to watch and not feel like they're being sold something. She'd been better off doing brand deals than trying to start her own company.
The thing is, she believes herself to be above brand deals and above being an influencer and even above being a Hollywood personality.
Yeah.
Because she's still clinging to the prestige that comes with being a royal without any of the obligations or responsibilities that come with it.
Yeah.
So she wants to be in this upper echelon with all the power and none of the responsibility. And that's what pisses people off about her. And it's true that she doesn't have a lot of defining characteristics and she doesn't have really anything to show for herself outside of being a clout chaser.
She needs
other than, I guess, arts and crafts.
She needs a quirky hobby.
I mean, like, is this it for her? Like, jam is her jam?
We need to find out that she's really good at curling.
You know what? It's sort of like in The Office when, I guess you wouldn't know this because you never watched The Office, but Jan, people in the chat will know, Jan really gets into making candles.
There you go. Canning.
You know, candles. Fine. Do that.
Bath bombs.
Right. Yeah. Bath bombs, makeup, perfume. Oh, if there were a Meghan Markle perfume that were some collab with a big brand, that would do incredible.
Also, she should lean into her, like, the mean girl image. She should stop trying to be relatable and accessible, release makeup that's obscenely overpriced,
You know
and
what?
hire obscenely over-the-top models to market it.
Start a podcast with Lauren Sanchez.
There you go.
A podcast between...
Call it Rich Bitches.
Lauren Sanchez and Meghan Markle. I would be tuning in. I would be seated.
Call it rich.
Believe me.
Call it rich and inaccessible.
I mean, Lauren Sanchez seems like more of the down-to-earth one, oddly enough, of the two. But
but she's also
new name.
Megan Sanchez or
Lauren Sanchez.
She like was like a helicopter pilot and had like a company first, right?
She has like a whole repertoire of
Yeah.
interests that Megan just doesn't have.
Yeah.
That's why I think she's more human.
You know what I think would be good for her? This just seems like if she must host a show, if she must, it should be a show where she goes into other spaces where people are really good at something and they teach her how to do it.
Like Dirty Jobs, but with Meghan
Doesn't have to be that. Like,
not that. But
first
something...
episode can be Lauren Sanchez teaching her how to fly a helicopter. Second episode can be
that's kind of what they're going for.
Can be Tom Holland teaching her how to brew non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah,
I
why
have no
not?
idea. Like, there's something there for her.
And
But
if there's a way for Tom Holland to promote his Bureau brand, then
I saw this
he'd be
thing.
down.
I saw this thing the other day where he's like he tried to buy it at a Target and they wouldn't sell it to him
because he
I was
doesn't
like-
have a 21
I was
IP.
like, well, that was the fakest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't know. Are you allowed to?
Fake.
Are you really not allowed to buy non-alcoholic beer under 21? That's crazy.
I don't care. Fake. Too perfect to fake.
And they didn't happen to go, are you Spider-Man? Like they didn't recognize him at all.
You would think.
Now that Meghan has chosen the new name for her lifestyle brand As Ever, that one is also facing legal threats because she has chosen a brand graphic for As Ever that unfortunately has a strong resemblance to the coat of arms for a village in Spain. The Mallorca village of Pereiras claimed that Meghan Markle copied their town's traditional coat of arms by including a single palm tree with two hummingbirds hovering on either side of it as her As Ever logo.
Uh-oh.
So now she might get sued a second time.
She really,
She just can't
actually
win.
starting to feel bad for her.
She legit cannot win.
Like,
life is just
what she needs to do.
smacking her.
I've changed my mind. What she needs to do is make like a mockumentary of herself trying to succeed and failing at all of these projects.
Yeah.
And make it over the top.
Right, and just play the Meghan Markle character.
Get Jude Law to direct it. Or I'm sorry, Judd Apatow to direct it. And Jude Law, get Judd Apatow to direct it, and make it just really over the top. And every time she fails, she throws her hands up, and the prince is just over the top and cucked the whole time. Be hilarious.
Here's the thing: if all else fails, I know that Meghan Markle has a backup plan. She has been given an open invitation to return to her role in Suits.
Maybe
by
she'll show up
the
on
series
the
creator.
There's a show called The Majorca Files, which I really, really like. Maybe she'll show up there as like an apology for using their coat of
cameo.
arms. Yeah.
Well, yeah, now that Suits LA is officially premiering, the creator of Suits, Aaron Korsh, spoke about the possibility of a cameo from the Duchess of Sussex following her exit from the drama in 2018. He said, "We have thought about whether it be Meghan or any of the other cast members coming on and playing themselves as an actor. I think for me, my brain blows up at the thought of that. So I think it blows up the world too much. Obviously, if Meghan wants to come back under any circumstances, Meghan can come back. So yeah, if all else fails, she can always go back to being
Rachel.
B-list, no, not even B-list, C-list,
Yeah.
D-list actress.
Dude, it's crazy.
And blogger.
I was looking at the like some of the promo for the new Suit show, and they had look, I don't know the
Are you
age.
gonna give it a chance?
No.
No?
I mean, I only loved the first 3 to 4 seasons of Suits. I think it went all the way up to 9, but I only watched the first 5 and only really loved the first 3. But they had Gabriel Macht at the premiere, and I don't know who's older. I'm assuming Gabriel Macht is quite a bit older than Stephen Amell, but my gosh, like Stephen Amell looks a lot younger when he has the 5 o'clock shadow, like the beard, like he had in Arrow. It's not a beard, but stubble. Mm-hmm. But Gabriel Macht just looks like he hasn't aged a frickin' day since Suits came out in 2009 or whenever it came out. It's actually kind of disconcerting.
That adrenochrome is hitting.
Yeah, it'd be hitting for him. It really does. And I'm vehemently against ever putting a show from the USA Network back on TV without it being on the USA Network. So the fact that it's on NBC means I won't watch it, which means White Collar is going to probably end up they're in the middle of, they just got the order for the White Collar revival, and that one will probably end up going to another network as well, because it's just not the type of programming that USA Network does anymore. It makes me very sad. So.
I am legitimately interested in what they're going to do with Meghan Markle's Netflix show. Mm-hmm. Like, it comes out on March 4th. We're like very close to the release date of With Love, Meghan. And I almost, like, a part of me really just wants to like subscribe to Netflix for 1 month and just watch it.
Just to watch it?
Like, I really want to see it, to be honest.
Well,
just for the hate watching. It's sweet. Like, I want to see her trying to caramelize something with Mindy Kaling. And like trying to pretend that they're actually friends.
See, what they should do is they should make a spoof version of this where they don't like each other, and like everyone there doesn't try to pretend to be friends, and they're all, or it shows like the behind the scenes stuff where it's like in front of the camera they're all sweet and nice to one another, and as soon as they hit cut, like they move as far away from each other as they can possibly get, and it's like, I hate that bitch.
I love it.
Yeah.
You have great ideas for her career. I think that you could really revamp her.
I could help you, Meghan Markle. Just send me an email. I want to join the consultant class anyways. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.